Begin audio log. My therapist suggested I record my thoughts to help process what happened. So, here goes nothing. There was something intriguing about memories from your past, knowing that things wouldn't stay the same forever. It all came down to one little pizzeria joint called Quizzer's Pizza Time Arcade. Years have passed since that fateful day at Quizzer's Pizza Time Arcade. I thought I had left the memories behind. Quizzer's wasn't just a pizza arcade, it was also a quiz show. I remember the joy it used to bring to others. The children's laughter echoed through the arcade, but I never found solace in Quizzer's antics. While others reveled in his quizzes and playful demeanor, I remained aloof, wary of his unblinking gaze. As an adult, I tried to rationalize what happened, but some things defy logic, lingering like a haunting specter. The first time I laid eyes on Quizzer, a chill ran down my spine. His animatronic form loomed over the arcade. A giant hunk of metal in a fursuit of a chipmunk, with unnaturally calm, demeaning eyes, and a permanent grin plastered on his face. Unlike the children who eagerly gathered around him, I couldn't shake the feeling of unease that washed over me. I tried to ignore it, to blend in with the crowd. When I was leaving the restaurant, it felt like Quizzer. When I looked at him, he was watching me. But when I looked back again, he stared directly at the audience. I was really paranoid at the thought of that chipmunk and what he was gonna do. And when I got back home, one day I asked my parents if I could stay home instead of going to another day at the restaurant. And they were hesitant at first, but they knew I didn't like the place, so they just agreed anyway. I decided to wait. A week later, I turned the TV back on, wondering if Quizzer's show was still on and ready, and it was. The TV show looked normal at first, but I couldn't believe what I was seeing next. His eyes, they seemed to follow me whenever I went, as if he could see right through me. It was like he knew I was watching. The questions, they were getting more personal and invasive.
Do you feel alone? How many windows do you have? Do you have dirty blonde hair and brown eyes? Why don't I see you at my show anymore? All of the other kids love me, but why can't you? Answer me. Let me in. 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 Let me in.
It was way too much for me. Of course, as a child, I freaked out. I had to turn off the TV the next thing. When I glanced beside me, I saw two glowing purple eyes beaming across the darkness of that hallway. And by the time I saw a facial structure changing, mouth opening, teeth structure sharpening, and then, that's when I woke up. I realized it was all nothing more than just a bad dream. Even now as an adult, the memory of Quizzer's stare still sends shivers down my spine. It's as if he's still watching, waiting for me to return to that forsaken place. I'm hoping I don't have to come across something like that again. End audio log.